journey back to the ancient past, where the Indian subcontinent saw the rise and fall of mighty empires. As the 6th century BCE dawned, the Maurya Empire began to spread its wings, their military might and strategies leaving an indelible mark on the region. Following the Mauryas, the Gupta dynasty took center stage, their reign often referred to as the Golden Age of India. The Kushans, originally from Central Asia, also made their presence felt, their empire stretching from the northern plains of India to Central Asia. Each of these empires brought with them unique cultural exchanges shaping the subcontinent's history. The military strategies they employed, the conquests they made, and the cultures they clashed with all contributed to the intricate tapestry of this era. Thus, the stage was set for a new chapter in the subcontinent's history. We now enter the medieval period, a time of monumental change and conflict. This era was marked by the rise of the Delhi Sultanate, a mosaic of 5 dynasties that ruled over the Indian subcontinent. Their reign was characterized by a constant power play, with each sultanate leaving indelible marks on the cultural, architectural, and political landscape of the region. Then came the Mughal Empire, a formidable force that reshaped the history of the subcontinent. The Mughals left an enduring legacy that is still evident today in the form of magnificent monuments, art, and literature. The battles of Panipat, fought primarily between the Mughal Empire and its rivals, were pivotal events that shaped the course of the subcontinent's history. Each battle was a testament to the changing dynamics of power, the evolving military strategies, and the unending quest for supremacy. These events paved the way for the emergence of a new power. Witness the rise of the Maratha Empire, a force that would leave an indelible mark on the subcontinent. Emerging from the Deccan Plateau, the Maratha Empire swiftly grew, its expansion fueled by the strategic brilliance of its leaders. At the helm was Shivaji, a visionary known for his military acumen and innovative tactics, who carved out an empire from the declining sultanates. The Deccan Wars, a series of conflicts in the 17th and 18th centuries, were a testament to the Marathas' resilience and tenacity. They wrestled control of territories, navigating the complex political landscape of the subcontinent with finesse. These wars were not merely battles for land, but a struggle for identity, sovereignty, and the right to shape the destiny of the region. The Maratha Empire, at its zenith, was a beacon of indigenous power and resistance against foreign rule. However, winds of change were blowing from the west. The arrival of the British East India Company ushers in a new era of conflict. This commercial entity, backed by the might of the British Crown, plays a significant role in shaping India's destiny. The 18th century sees the outbreak of the Carnatic Wars, a series of military conflicts in the southern part of the Indian subcontinent. Named after the region they're fought in, these wars are not just a local affair. Far from it, they are part of a grander theatre, the War of Austrian Succession and the 7 Years' War, involving European powers vying for control. The British East India Company and the French Compagnie des Andes square off, their Indian allies caught in the crossfire. Shifting alliances, intrigues and battles mark this period as the European powers play a high-stakes game of chess with the rich territories of South India. The stage was now set for a struggle that would define the subcontinent. The stage is now set for the Anglo-Maratha Wars, a series of conflicts that would shape the future. As the British East India Company sought to expand its influence, the Marathas, a formidable power in the subcontinent, stood in their path. The first of these wars, triggered in the late 18th century, set the tone for what was to become a struggle for supremacy. The battles were fierce, marked by strategic maneuvering and shifting allegiances. The Treaty of Salbai, for instance, ended the First War, resulting in a tense stalemate rather than a decisive victory. The subsequent wars were a tug-of-war, with territories changing hands and new leaders emerging. The impact of these wars was far-reaching. They not only reshaped the political landscape, but also set the stage for the British East India Company's ultimate control over most of the Indian subcontinent. The subcontinent was about to witness another tumultuous period. Our focus now shifts to the northwest, where the Sikh wars are about to unfold. In the mid-19th century, the Kingdom of Punjab, ruled by the formidable Sikh Empire, becomes the stage for two significant wars. These conflicts, known collectively as the Sikh Wars, are characterized by a determined resistance from Sikh leaders against the aggressive expansion of the British East India Company. The first war ends in a stalemate, with both sides suffering heavy losses. However, the second war results in a decisive British victory, leading to the annexation of Punjab in 1849. This territorial acquisition marks a significant expansion of British control over the Indian subcontinent. The Sikh leaders, despite their valiant resistance, are unable to prevent the annexation. Yet their courage and resilience ignite a spark of rebellion in the hearts of many across the nation. A rebellion was brewing, signaling a pivotal moment in Indian history. Enter the Indian Rebellion of 1857, a watershed moment in Indian history. This uprising against British rule was a confluence of diverse forces, united by the common goal of freedom. At the heart of this rebellion were an array of leaders, each bringing their unique perspectives and strategies to the forefront. From the fiery Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, an embodiment of courage who refused to surrender her kingdom, to the strategic Kunwar Singh, a septuagenarian warrior who led a formidable force despite his age, the rebellion was marked by inspiring tales of valor. Then there was Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor, who became the symbolic leader of the rebellion, uniting disparate factions under a common banner. And let's not forget Mangal Pandey, whose act of defiance sparked the flame of rebellion. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 marked a significant shift in the Indian struggle for freedom. The 20th century was about to bring new conflicts and upheavals. As the 20th century unfolds, the subcontinent becomes a theater of war. This era was marked by the emergence of princely states, semi-autonomous regions, under the indirect control of British India. These princely states, each with its unique culture and leadership, were a kaleidoscope of diversity within the Indian subcontinent. During World War II, their strategic importance was magnified. They played significant roles, offering resources, manpower, and vital strategic locations to support the British war efforts. However, their involvement wasn't without controversy. Many leaders were caught in a delicate balancing act, navigating between loyalty to the British Crown and the rising tide of nationalism sweeping across the subcontinent. In fact, the war years became a catalyst for change, as the princely states grappled with political, social, and economic transformations. The winds of change were blowing across the subcontinent, setting the stage for the struggle for independence. The subcontinent was on the brink of a monumental change. Witness the end of British rule and the challenges of independence. As 1947 dawned, the Indian subcontinent was on the cusp of a monumental change. The British, worn down by the pressures of World War II and a relentless independence movement, agreed to transfer power. However, this transition was not without its trials. The decision to partition the subcontinent into two separate nations, India and Pakistan, led to an unprecedented mass migration and violent communal clashes. The joy of independence was marred by the sorrow of displacement for millions. The leaders of the time, such as Jawaharlal Nehru and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, faced the Herculean task of managing the fallout of partition while laying the foundations for their respective nations. As we explore the aftermath, we see the birth of India and Pakistan as independent nations, each carving out its own destiny in a post-colonial world. Post-independence, the subcontinent entered a new era of conflict. In the aftermath of independence, the subcontinent faced new challenges and conflicts. The birth of two nations, India and Pakistan, was marred by bitter disputes and wars, the echoes of which continue to reverberate in the region. The Indo-Pak Wars of 1947, 65, 71, and 99, and the ongoing dispute over Kashmir have been significant flashpoints. Simultaneously, India faced internal conflicts with the rise of separatist movements in Punjab and the northeastern states. The nation also grappled with the Naxalite Maoist insurgency, which sought to overthrow the government through People's War. In the backdrop of these conflicts, the subcontinent also witnessed significant political developments. India, with its democratic setup, underwent numerous shifts in power, with parties representing a wide spectrum of ideologies. On the other hand, Pakistan's political journey was marked by alternating periods of civilian rule and military dictatorship. Thus, we conclude our journey through the tumultuous timeline of conflicts in the Indian subcontinent.